Howdy everybody, how y'all doing? And welcome to Breaking the Ice with your host, me, Punkwaddle. And well, it's definitely been a week, right? And now we're back at Monday morning after hopefully a good weekend. But now it's time to get back to the grind. And by grind I mean however you percolate, brew, or K-cup your coffee, right? And well, I'm here to try and make the transition back to regularly scheduled work weeks just a little bit nicer, right? Because, I mean, penguins always make things a little bit better. Let's be honest. We're adorable, we're fun, and someone said it's hard to be angry when looking at a penguin, except for when you're talking to my mom when I was a punk-ass kid. Moving on, right? So, I'm trying to drop a little more penguin news because it's fun. Like I said, we're adorable. So, in an update from last week, I really haven't got much further to find out if there's any sort of embassy or any sort of puppet penguin or otherwise relations, that I can help out with the McDonald Island issue and the tariffs and, well, try to help that whole situation come to a amicable end for both parties, right? All parties involved, right? But we'll see. I'll continue to keep you updated on that. But this week's story, was given to me. Well, I found out on Friday when the news hit kind of globally. But first off, when we use joke around with breaking the ice because I'm a penguin. There's the whole theme of cold and all that stuff. But also, you remember that game. Don't break the ice when you were a kid. You had the little mallets and you're trying to pop out the little ice cubes, plastic cubes, and try to keep the penguin from falling through the ice. But just like Jenga, somebody's gonna hit the wrong one and everybody falls and we all say, "Oh," right? Because, well, the only concern about penguins being so close to the ground is us falling further, right? Because, well, as we all know, penguins can't fly. And, well, as much as we've heard this and we've been told this, there's something about, begging the question of the universe and, well, some things are bound to go awry. And what I'm talking about is, on Friday, there's a report that a lot of articles posted about an accident that happened in January 19th of this year, and apparently off the coast of, Cape, South Africa, near Bird Island, right? Go figure. But, as the title reads, unsecured penguin causes helicopter crash after getting its adorable whittle feet all over the controls. Okay, first off, I get the cutesy thing, but I mean, we're all adults here, right? Anyway, it's as it turns out, there appears to have been a situation where, and mind you, everybody walked away, and there were maybe some minor injuries, but everybody was safe, even the penguin, right? But what seems to have happened is that there was a penguin in a cardboard box that apparently was unsecured on the passenger's lap that during the flight managed to kick loose or scuttle about in a way that hit the controls. So he didn't actually kick it with his feet, but apparently he moved around and wiggled, and well, the pilot says that he was unable to course correct and they crashed, right? So, like I was telling you, when as penguins, we know we're not supposed to fly, right? We know that, we're worried about breaking the ice. We're not worried about the glass ceiling, right? Because we're never gonna get that high, right? I'm about 18 inches here, and that's all God gave me. But it turns out that when you put a penguin in a helicopter and tell him you can't fly, what is he gonna do? He's gonna prove to you that he can do it better than you can, right? So, yeah. Like I said, it's funny because everybody survived, and, well, it's a penguin story, so it's adorable. But this kind of reminds me of the time when I tried to do an unsolicited audition to be the Mr. T version, in a puppet movie, right? Which hasn't happened yet, but maybe it will. I figured I could be called Mr. P, maybe get some a bandana of some sort, or a headband or something, and maybe drive a cool van, because, like I said, penguins don't fly. So, anyway, I thought that was kind of funny, and like I said, penguins, just keep them out of the helicopter, the airplanes, right? Or like good old Mr. T, sedate them. Don't just stick them in a box and leave them unsecured, because bad things might happen. Well, that's all we got for today, and we'll see you later. Bye. You know what? I pity the fool. But you know what I pity more? More than the fool? More than the stooge? That's right. I pity the woke. All these people perpetually waking up, never asleep, never fully awake. It's always dusk in their eyes, or dawn. They never know what's happening. But you know what? You know what's worse than a woke? The unnatural belief that penguins should fly in helicopters or airplanes. No, sir. It is unnatural and against all God's good intentions that a penguin should fly. I was made a flightless bird. You better not do it again. I'm a peck at your kneecaps, because I'm short. And see.